Yeah, I need good vibes. I'm so sick of these goodbyes. I'm so sick of these goodbyes. I'm just trying to have a good life. Yeah, I need good vibes. I'm so sick of these
Alright, so I've made it to the pond, and first impressions, the water is high and it's windy out with a lot of sun. Now, whenever I think of wind and sun, immediately my head goes to spinnerbait. Now, whether that's right or wrong, that's just what happens. So today, I'm going to be throwing a spinnerbait for some largemouth. Now, there are some decent sized largemouth bass in this pond behind me. I've caught some 5 and 6 pounders out of here. I'm going to be cutting off the Guggen Squad Zinger, and then I'm going to be trying out this spinnerbait from Strike King. And Strike King calls the spinnerbait the bleeding bait, and I'm assuming that's just from the red hook and the kind of red silicone strands they added to the skirt. But anyway, I have more faith in white at this pond than I do this bluegill color. Nothing wrong with that Guggen Squad spinnerbait. It actually caught me my very first open water fish this year. But one, I just wanted to try out new spinnerbaits, and two, the color in my opinion is a little bit more important than the brand. As a trailer on the back of this spinnerbait, we are going to be using a Sassy Sally from Bass Pro Shops. I believe this bait is 4.5 or 5.5 inches. And all I did was take maybe 3/4 of an inch, half an inch off the top. All right, look at that. How is a bass gonna say no to that? When I'm fishing from the bank, like 90% of the time I'm gonna start off with a moving bait. In my unprofessional opinion, it's just really fun to get on a moving bite fishing from the bank. If that doesn't work out, I will switch over to maybe a jig and go low and slow on the bottom. Now when I go bank fishing, typically I bring my waders. Just because when I bring my waders, I can really kind of step out into this water and really get about 5 more yards on my casts. And sometimes 5 yards can be the difference between reaching fish and not reaching fish. The water is also pretty clear. As you guys can tell, it's actually very clear. And I'm just going to slowly wind this back to me. I've only been fishing now for about 15 minutes. And I already might have to change up plans rather quickly. It is freezing out, and I way underdressed for how cold it is. We're gonna tough it out for as long as I can, and then I might just move to a spot that's out of the wind. This is a fish, it's big. This is a fish, it's a fish, and it's big. Big fish on a big log. Look at that. Come on, dude, really? I'm just gonna bring this whole thing in right now? How do you get that caught up? Get over here. Okay, first fish for me. That did not take long. Not gonna lie, I thought this thing was gonna be like a 5-6 pounder, but I guess when he hit it, he was maybe already wrapped up. I'll take that. Let's go. But at least the water is warm enough this time I'm here that my paddle tail is actually working underneath the water like it should be. When water temps get too cold, the soft plastics like to stiffen up and they just don't work. And that's what was happening last time I was here. The water temps were just so cold that my paddle tail wasn't even kicking in the back. But at least today it's kicking back there. So I know the water temps are probably low 40s if I'm lucky. There we go, there's a fish. Feels like a nice one. Feels like a nice one. It is a nice one. Get up here. Yes, sir. That's number 2 today. That is a solid bass. Let's go. I will take that. Ouch. That hurt quite a bit. Well, darn. I've been fishing now for about 2.5 hours and I just caught a fish like 30 seconds ago, but of course my GoPro died. That being said, it was maybe like 1.25 pounds, 1.5 pounds largemouth bass. Nothing giant by any means. That's 3 bass today. Really don't have that much time left to fish today, maybe half an hour. But I caught that largemouth bass right in front of me here. Alright, so since I don't have a lot of time left to fish, I'm actually going to head to the last spot today. So that is it for today, and overall I had a pretty good day. Caught 3 bass, all of them were under 2 pounds. But I'm just happy I can fish open water and catch some fish. I was using was from Strike King. It was 3/8 of an ounce. Now, I don't know if those bass thought this bait was wounded or not, but they didn't really seem to care either way. And overall, this spinnerbait performed quite well. If I picked up this spinnerbait at Walmart for like $6 or $7, so not super expensive. I had this spinnerbait tied to 20-pound fluorocarbon to a medium heavy rod. I was using a Shimano SLX DC. Now, after the rains we've had in New Hampshire, everything should be opening up right now. Still are a few ponds that are like half frozen, but in a week that should be over. And Fat Boy Fishing, you still haven't hit me up on my Instagram or my email. You actually won my limited edition Megabass jerkbait giveaway. If you don't hit me up soon, I'm going to be giving it away to somebody else. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Peace.
Yeah, I need good vibes. I'm so sick of these goodbyes. I'm so sick of these goodbyes. I'm just trying to have a good life, yeah. I need good vibes. I'm so sick of these goodbyes. I'm so sick of these goodbyes.